the topic of this session is all about economic empowerment, and it is to reduce the poverty. But first of all, I would like to make this statement that we are not facing the issue of poverty in India, especially in India. Uh, since after 1991, after we accept the capitalist models, and after that lots of investment comes, lots of government initiatives. Because of the government initiatives, in 2003 we have reached the stage where we don't have the issue of resources. We have lots of resources. So a country which have lots of resources, a country which is planning to reach on the economy of 5 trillion. So that is that country is not facing the issue of poverty. The actual issue is not the poverty. The actual issue is inequalities. So we lots of examples we have around us. The unequal distribution of resources, the inequitable uh, resources distribution of fruits of the lots of initiatives and uh, programs run by government. So we have generated as a country, we have generated lots of profit, lots of resources. But the issue is we still not seen that equal or justifiable distribution of that resources whatever we have generated. So actually in 2017 we have started one project on economic empowerment of women in around 60 villages having population of 1.5 lakh. So we have started this project in 2017, and the main thing which care did, that is at the time of proposal designing, we strategically develop the criteria to keep this thing whatever we have discussed. So the people of last mile should get the benefit of the profit of the fruit. The company work in particular area, in particular geography. So that is not only the company's money involved in the resources of like land, land invested over there, people around that geography working hard for that company. Yes, no doubt they are getting opportunity, and they are getting their honorarium salary, whatever in whatever position they are. But at the end of the show, when a company make a profit, so the use part of that profit was gone to the shareholders. It is a capitalist model. So but because of the revolutionary act, which CSR act, which has been formed in 2013. Before that also, there are lots of companies, they are doing philanthropy work and social work. We have good example of Ratan Tata. They did this type of work since long age, but after the this act, corporate social responsibility act 2013, it become compulsion for all the corporates, for all the identity. It might be PSU, it is a bank, PSU, corporates, so it become compulsion for them to spend 2% of the profit from their profit, annual profit. So when we have started with one of the project, with the help, with the support of one of the company called PI Industry. So we have started this project in 2017 in 60 villages of Jambusar block of Bharuch district in Gujarat. Gujarat, in India, Gujarat is known for its economic activities, and government is very much welcoming to the new businesses and new initiatives. So when we have started this project in Bharuch, so we have observed that though there are lots of resources in context, as we have discussed, we have seen that thing in Gujarat, in the geography where we have started our work. So uh, there are farmers who have land around 50 acre, 100 acre, 200 acre, 300 acre, and in the same geography there are households, there are communities who are landless. They have to do only the agriculture labor. They don't have any options because they don't have land, they don't have cattle, like big cattle. They have small cattle that includes poultry, that includes goat, but they don't have cattle like cow or buffalo through which they can sell their milk and they can earn their livelihood. So they only have the option of doing agriculture labor and other type of labor work in city or in the agriculture field. So when we started work over there, so we strategically at the time of proposal designing, we developed the criteria with whom the project will associate, the project will work. So when we decided on the base of resources availability, we decided two things. On the We will select the participants on the base of resources availability with them. The second thing we have decided, we will select the participants on the base of social caste mechanism we have. So this is not only because of the resources inequalities, the because of unequal distribution of resources, we are observing poverty or inequality. It is because of long age caste system in India, because of which there are certain class of people who have been they has been dragged down from the mainstream, or they are live in our society, they are live in our village community, but they have been torn down from their identity of caste and identity of their work. So when we develop the criteria, we strategically keep that uh, we consider that thing also in our mind when we develop the proposal. So the first thing we did on the base of the resources, we have decided three things. We will not work with the farmers who have more than 2 acre of land. We have decided we will not work with the farmers who have more than two cattle. So I'm talking about big cattle. So this is the criteria we have decided. So in this thing, when we have started our operation in field, so when we go to the people, we observe that this is the group which have uh, land, suppose 10 acre of land, 15 acre of land, 20 acre of land, 5 cattle, 10 cattle. So we what we discuss, and earlier already we have decided these criteria into a project. But when we come to the team and having discussion, because it was very much easy to sit with those people who have resources, because they have resources, they understand the importance of networking, they understand what were the resources we have as a care, as a knowledge the team have. So they these people were very much approachable. They sitting with us, discussing with us, and it was easy for us also, because we don't have to make lots of efforts to make them understand how we can work together, how we can so but when we come to the team meeting, so we always ask one questions in our team only, that whether we are here to serve the people who already have the resources, or we are here to serve the people who don't have the resources. So it was a question, it was not we are not forcing, but we always ask this question. So who should be our right uh, participants, who should be. So so the first thing which we did, the sensitization of team. And so we went into the areas normally this this poor or resource poor people are living. If you have observed in India, they are living in outskirt of the village, or they have specific habitation which is more likely separate from the main habitation where people living. It is I'm talking about general village system. It is not applicable in the tribal area, because they have a different system, they have different culture. So I'm talking about the general. So these type of village, so what we did, we intentionally started going into that area, and we faced lots of problem, because what we are working, we work with the approach of SHG, self-help group. We had provision of preparing SHGs, organize these women members, the criteria which we have decided. So we have identified those women. We want to organize them into SHGs, federation, cluster level federation. But when we went into these type of habitation, we sit with them. That was not the issue for them. They were not concerned about what they will get after 3 months or after 6 months or after 1 year. They had their concern what they will get tomorrow, how they will feed their family tomorrow. So we can say that they are living their life to sustain, to survive, how to survive. So that was the big challenge for us. But there are some people in that habitation who are, we can say, well managed, and they are, it is on personal level. There are some people in that habitat, they are managing their things very, whatever they are earning, they have less livelihood options, less resources, but because of their personal level of discipline, they were able to manage their resources effectively. So we tried to identify those people, especially we identify some women members in that area. We started working with those members, and we did lots of exposure visit. We bring them to lots of parts of India, and we show them that these are the women who have started the SHG with 1000 rupees in 5 years ago. Now this SHG have this savings of rupees 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, and they are getting financial support from government as a revolving fund or community investment fund. So when these women have got exposure, when they have seen, so matlab, we cannot expect na, कि, they have visited the women members on the next day, they will start successfully. We created that aspiration, that motivation among them. Yes, it is a workable solution. So by that way, we identify some women members in that particular geography. We bring them for the exposure visit. We from initial, uh, because of my earlier experience with various organization, uh, we have we consciously know that after, if we will use the resources we have with us in providing materials, cash support, and whatever the machinery or whatever. So the uh, the impression of our team, impression of our organization, like that way, okay, yeah, they have some resources, we have to listen them, we have to understand how to get that resources for the personal or community use. So instead of providing materials to them, we did investment strategically in capacity building, like training, meetings, workshop, and exposure visits. So we invest lots of money in these things. On the other hand, we what we did, so this training, workshop, exposure visit create the aspiration, motivation among these women. So when these women are ready with that aspiration and motivation, we facilitate interface meeting with government people, interface meeting with financial institutions, which includes banks, and there are government departments which are giving this revolving fund. They are providing cash support. If that federation or that SHG fulfill certain criteria, they have to do regular meetings. They have to maintain books of records and all that. So they we have facilitated that interface meeting, and we show these women members that resources are here, and all these resources whatever government with have with them, that is only for you. uh, and we found that government also wants to serve the people who don't have resources. When we see the criteria uh, of their selection criteria, so we also observe that they also need these type of people who don't have that resources. So we align with the government, we align with financial institutions, we align with cooperatives over there, whose objectives are very much aligned with the objectives of our project, with the objective of our organization. So instead of doing a parallel structure, developing a parallel structure, we thought we should linkage, we should develop the strong linkage between these women members and government, bank, and cooperatives. So we work. So what we did first, we identify women members, we build their capacity, we build their capacity through exposure, workshop, trainings, meetings. After that, we have an interface meeting with government, cooperatives, bankers. Then we ensured that these resources should reach to these women. So now the project is working on doing advocacy, but advocacy not from the organization. Advocacy must be from the community. So we are developing, we from last 1 year we are working on that. So we are developing, and we are facilitating the process of doing advocacy with government. And it's not a we are saying it's a positive advocacy. We are preparing these SHG women to how to approach the government, how to write and their issues to the government. So what we have observed, when uh, as a staff of care, when we are visiting in these government offices to uh, ensure or to discuss with them how the resources the government, the bank, the cooperatives have, it should reach to the community. So we this is our experience. We went and we sit with them to provide our support, how we can become support mechanism for them, for the government, so that the flow of the resources can be ensured, smooth flow of resources can be ensured, and the resources a last mile women members or household. So when from last 1 year we are doing developing the capacity of the women members to present their issues, to demand their resources to the government. So we have observed that government is more happy to help these women members, because these women members directly reaching to these government officials. So when they have a meeting with district officials, IS officers, so they also feel happy, because uh, they can see that yes, these are the women members who are real, who should be real beneficiary of the government resources. So by this way, right now we are working to providing this build the capacity of the women members so that they can do the advocacy. So the result, if we say in the data, so when we have started, so till now, right now, 3,300 women members from SC, ST, OBC community having uh, land less than 2 acre or cattle less than 2 or 3 members out of this 1,50,000 population. So these are the women members who are socially remote, matlab, excluded, socially excluded, financially or resourcefully excluded. So we try to organize them into SHG, cluster level federation and federation. And right now they have around 4 crore of rupees them through in the savings as a community investment fund, the fund they got from government. Uh, and they also access finance from banks. They got around 80 lakh rupees as a loan, and with a zero NPA rate, they have returned back that money to.
युगों युगों से पहली है जो, कभी नंगे पांव से आंगन में खेली है जो, कभी इंद्रधनुष बन के खनकती है कलाई में, वही शक्ति है नारी जो कविता कली कहानी बन जाती, जिसकी एक करवट वक्त को बदल जाती, जो प्यार से रुतबा दे शाहों से ऊंचा, जो जिद पे आ जाए तो समय को बदल देती, वही शक्ति है नारी। नारी
ફાઉન્ડેશન જંબુસરના વિકાસ માટે, જંબુસરના લોકોના વિકાસ માટે કાર્યો કરે છે.
આજનો આ શુભ દિવસ છે આંતરરાષ્ટ્રીય મહિલા દિવસ,
અને કંઈક કમિટમેન્ટ, કંઈક એવું નક્કી થઈ રહ્યું છે કે આગળ આમાં શું કરી શકાય, કેવી રીતે બહેનો ટેકનોલોજીમાં ઓર આગળ આવી શકે.
बना ले तुझसे ही है रोशनी, तू ही जीवन तू खुशी, हम साया बने, तुझसे शुरू दुनिया सारी, तू ही है माँ, तू प्रियतमा, तू ही है बेटी हमारी, कई रूप है तेरे नारी।
એકલા તાલી પડે એક હાથે ઓવા પડી જાય અને ના પડે કાંડા આપણે પાડી બતાઈએ તારા ઘરે કોઈ ચા બનાવવા ખરું ચા બનાવવા વાળી હા પણ તપેલી
दीपक जलाए कभी तू माँ काली, कभी तू ममता का आंचल फैलाए, डोर तू प्यार की, तू आस तू आरती, हम संगारा, तू जो चले कुदरत चले, तुझसे समय की सवारी।
હું જિલ્લા ગ્રામ વિકાસ એજન્સી ભરૂચ તરફથી કંપનીના જિલ્લા લાઇવલીહુડ મેનેજર વતી ફરી એકવાર તમામ સ્વસહાયકમાં જોડાયેલા બહેનોને આંતરરાષ્ટ્રીય મહિલા દિવસની ઉજવણી નિમિત્તે અભિનંદન પાઠવું છું.
આપણું આ સ્ટ્રક્ચર આપણે આ સ્ટ્રક્ચરમાં દૂધ મંજરી થ્રુ આપણે આગળ આવીએ તો પ્રાથમિક કક્ષાએ પહેલા આપણા ગામમાં દૂધ મંજરી ચાલુ કરીએ. મહિલાઓ જો સશક્તિકરણ થતું હોય આની ઉપર આવતી વખતે એજ્યુકેશન વર્ક
એક સમાન.
લાસ્ટમાં એટલું કહીશ કે ભાઈ આઈ વિશ કે બધી જ મહિલાઓ જે પણ આપણા આજુબાજુના ગામોમાંથી આવ્યા છે બધા લોકો જોડાય આ રીતે અને આગળ વધે.
Hello. Come for us from last 2 years, we are continuously doing this monthly discussion with them, and we are providing information regarding government resources, how they can access, and most important, government people are willing to come on this stage, and they want to disseminate information to these women members. So on an average, 800 women members are regularly joining this event on virtually event. Though after the COVID, we have already started our physical operation, but this by using the technology, we are disseminating information. Another technology we are using, we have phone numbers of all the women members. We keep that phone numbers, and we, with the help of one platform, we are disseminating information through voice messages. So these voice messages are using at the time of, if we have a big gathering, if we have a government schemes under which they have to apply within a certain period. So we are disseminating information through virtual monthly meeting, as well as we have a system of this voice message, sending voice message. So we have the capacity to send the voice message within half an hour. We can reach to all these women members who are participants of this project. So hope the digital platform, the remote, how the digital platform can be used for the remote work. So these are the things, and there are a number of other things, but because of the time constraint, but yes, if you can write us, we will be able to let you know other digital tools which we are using for this work. Thank you. So as of now, I cannot see another
No
questions
worries,
over
sir. We
here.
will
Yes,
email
we
you.
have Sanjay Kumar Sinha as a climate. Okay, so keeping the constraint of the mind, it will be great, Sumina, if you can share these questions
Sure,
through
sir. We
email.
will be sending you
We
the
will
questions
sure.
on email. Th-
Sure.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
an
Thank you very
wonderful
much.
session, sir. Indeed, your care and your and care India's work has brought a significant change in the lives of many, uplifted and empowered so many. I personally learned a lot from you, and it was great talking to you. We are concluding the summit today, 6 p.m. onward, and looking forward you for joining such more.